Next on WoodSongs, it's our special event from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, with the legendary Michael Martin Murphey.
Trouble always comes around this old hard Scrabble town.
Plus special guest, the Clark Family Trio.
I was traveling down the dusty Winnemucca Road when along came a semi with a high-end canvas-covered load.
The following is a double broadcast special event of WoodSongs celebrating the music of Eureka Springs and the Ozarks, airing worldwide on over 500 radio stations in almost 200 countries and public television coast to coast, recorded live from the historic auditorium in Eureka Springs.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride, his name is Hank Williams.
From the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Bruce Horns.
Hi, this is Kevin Moe.
Hey folks, this is Bela Fleck.
Hi folks, this is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer, author, and tree hugger, Michael Johnathon.
Here's a beautiful old song that became very popular in the 1800s. It was born in the Midwest and it traveled around the Mississippi and was sung by so many cowboys during that time. It's become a beautiful part of the canon of American folk music. It's called Sitting on Top of the World. Was in the spring one sunny day, my sweetheart left me, she went away. Well, she's gone, but I do not worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Mississippi River, so deep and wide, I've got a good gal on the other side. Well, she's gone, but I do not worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. You don't like my peaches, boy, don't shake my tree. Get out of my orchard, let my peaches be. She's gone, but I do not worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. It was in the spring, one sunny day, my sweetheart left me. Yes, she went away. Well, she's gone, but I do not worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Yeah, she's gone, but I do not worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world.
Melissa Deaton, Cecil. Good job. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And welcome to the historic auditorium. Here we are in your hometown of Eureka Springs, Arkansas. We're celebrating the music of the Ozark Mountains. Last week we had a wonderful show with Leroy Troy and the Tennessee Mafia Jug Band, with all these different artists. Tonight we're going to be celebrating the music of one single artist that certainly does represent a part of the music that comes from here. But in order to do that, we wanted to go ahead and talk about the texture and the feel of the music of the Ozark Mountains. There's such a wide array of colors in this beautiful musical rainbow that comes from this area. It's banjos and mandolins and it's fiddles, and we couldn't think of anybody better to represent that front porch feeling of the Ozark Mountains than this fella here, one of the most respected violin players, fiddlers of the Ozark Mountains. It's Fiddlin' Banjo Billy Mathews. He's a true son of the Ozarks, Fiddlin' Banjo Billy Mathews, and that brings us to the fellow that we're going to be celebrating on our show. He's one of the most successful songwriters that is in American popular music. He had a song that came out in the 1970s that became a worldwide global hit, and BMI, the organization that keeps track of these kind of things, this fella's got 5 songs that have been played 1 million times each. That means if you played every one of those songs back to back, you'd be listening to him for 63 years in a row. This is one of the most powerful songs to have hit popular music, and he's the one who wrote it and did it. You know the song. Listen to his voice. One of the biggest songs in popular music, and he's here for the entire hour. He went from pop music and rock music to big hits in country music, and now he's turned his attention to the world of bluegrass music after becoming the most successful, biggest selling artist of cowboy music as well. So it's a huge resume. His new album is called Red River Drifter. It's a beautiful bluegrass album that's climbing the charts right now. This is a tune off that album called Hard Scrabble Creek. Please welcome the wonderful Michael Martin Murphey to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
Trouble always comes around this old hard scrabble town, just about to come apart at the seams. But we pick up the slack, we've got each other's back. With hard work and faith and hard scrabble dreams. Sometimes it comes down like a fountain from hard scrabble mountain, and sometimes the flow is mighty weak. When the sun burns on high, Lord, it sure gets hot and dry. But there's always a little water in hard scrabble creek. Now Daddy worked the ground from sun to sundown. Mama found a way to make ends meet. Lord only knows was a hard road to hoe, with hard work and faith and hard scrabble dreams. Sometimes it comes down like a fountain on hard scrabble mountain. Sometimes the flow is mighty weak. But when the sun burns on high, Lord, it sure gets hot and dry. Still there's always a little water in hard scrabble creek. Like the prodigal son, I left home on the run, but my rebel pride soon came undone. Mama sure was surprised to see the tears in my eyes when I asked, is it too late to be baptized? Mama said, well, Michael, sometimes it comes down like a fountain from hard scrabble mountain, and sometimes the flow is mighty weak. But when the sun burns on high, it still gets hot and dry. But there's always a little water in hard scrabble creek. It's not too late to be baptized in hard scrabble creek.
Beautiful song from his new album, Red River Drifter, Michael Martin Murphey. Nice to have you back, Michael.
Always good to be here with you.
You've done the show 5-6 times. You're like a buddy and a friend. I know, lost count. And we always have these great post-show conversations, so I'm looking forward to that tonight. This is going to be good. Your new album, Red River Drifter, you released it as a bluegrass album. It's climbing up the charts. You're heading to #1 on the bluegrass charts. So you start out with huge hits in popular music, then you turn to country, then you turn to cowboy music, and you're like the first artist to have a gold record as cowboy music.
Right.
No,
I wasn't the first. It's the first one since Marty Robbins.
Since Marty Robbins.
Yeah.
Well, there's not been many even since after you. So now you're turning your attention to bluegrass. So these are a lot of colors contained in the heart of one single artist.
Well, see, I grew up in East Texas. And East Texas is where the rubber meets the road. On blues.
Actually, it's where the rubber melts on the road, but go ahead.
Well, I've picked up a few dogs. One of them's a three-legged dog, and she's doing all right, but she nearly died out there. My hunting dog hunts with 3 legs. She's good. She's awesome. Lorena. But anyway, that's another story.
We digress.
My granddad was from Kentucky, and so he played bluegrass, and that was accepted in the Big Thicket in East Texas. Mm-hmm. And old-time music was accepted, and blues music was popular, and Cajun music was popular. And since it was Texas, we were in the cattle business. Cowboy music was popular, so I got all those influences.
Well, and I want the audience to understand that this is a genuine thing of yours. You grew up around cowboy music. That's a genuine thing, and you grew up around bluegrass, and it's part of your history. We're going to talk more about that stuff, but right now the new album is called Red River Drifter. This is a great song off that album. All original songs by Michael Martin Murphey on these. This is called Secret Smile. It's Michael Martin Murphey on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
There was mystery in that moment when I first saw your secret smile. Sometimes sunlight, sometimes midnight, sometimes a lady, sometimes a child, and from others you concealed it, but to me it was revealed. Secret smile between you and me, secret smile that only we can see. You and me through the years, you and me through the tears. Across the miles, we'll keep our secret smile. Across the miles, we'll keep our secret smile. Through the secrets of the seasons, I can hear you laughing still. In the spring mist, summer's first kiss, fading rainbows on the hill, fall's dark daydreams, sudden sunbeams, your voice whispering through wind and snow. Secret smile between you and me, secret smile that only we can see. You and me through the years, you and me through the tears. Across the miles, we'll keep our secret smile. You and me through the years, you and me through the tears. Across the miles, we'll keep our secret smile. Across the miles, we'll keep our secret smile. Promise me you'll keep our secret smile.
That's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Secret Smile off of his new album, Red River Drifter. If you want to know more about Michael Martin Murphey, this new album is tour schedule. You can visit our website, WoodSongs.com. If you click on the archive page, this is show number 738. So, Michael, you're releasing albums every couple of years. I mean, you're being very prolific. So, I mean,
actually, I think I've released one per year.
Wow.
every year since I started, which was back in 19...
Yeah, right. Yeah. So there's at least a
it's
couple dozen
year.
out there.
It was a great year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good year. So where does the energy come from? I mean, that's a lot of writing. You wrote all these songs. These are all your tunes. So I don't see co-writers on here. So.
Yeah, there are co-writers.
Are there?
Yeah, I co-wrote the songs with my son Ryan and Pat Flynn, who was in Newgrass Revival. He's been going out and touring with me from time to time. Mm-hmm. Over the years, my son also produced it. Ryan was the producer. So that gives me a lot of energy to work with my own flesh and blood. And I have, what else gives me my energy is I have 6 kids, and they're all boys except for 4 of them. And the girls really keep me going. They're all 24/7 cowgirls. My wife is a horse trainer and a cowgirl too. And then I have 2 granddaughters, and they're both pretty lively. So between all the girls kind of kicking us boys in the butt to do things, we have to have energy.
So the audience...
it's required.
The audience can help Michael Martin Murphey support his family and feed them and put food on the table by... Let's keep the music going. It's a great album. It's called Red River Drifter. This is a tune called The Gathering. It's Michael Martin Murphey on the WoodSongs old-time radio album.
There'll come a time, and of this I am sure, we'll be refined till we shine bright and pure. Some will stand with us, some will oppose. We'll owe as much to the friends and the foes. Come tomorrow with the sunrise, we will cease our wandering far beyond the fires of sorrow. With one heart, one voice we'll sing. We'll meet again at the gathering. We'll meet again at the gathering. So here's to the tears and the laughter we knew. Here's to the lovers, both the false ones and true. For in forgiveness there's no lose or win. We'll owe as much, because every ending is a place to begin. Come tomorrow with the sunrise, we will cease our wandering far beyond the fires of sorrow. With one heart, one voice we'll sing. We'll meet again at the gathering. We'll meet again at the gathering.
Beautiful song. And all these songs, they're all sounding different from each other, and as you play them solo. And do you do a lot of solo work?
I go on a tour every year. In fact, I'm on the tail end of it. This is the last one that I'm doing this year solo. It's called the Lone Cowboy Tour. And I do it in honor of my dad. My dad used to travel with me when I first started, and I couldn't afford a band. I just went around and played solo. So when Dad passed away, I promised him that I'd go out on a tour. And although I was by myself on that tour with nobody else, my dad was right beside me.
Oh, well, to your dad,
So,
give a tribute to your dad. What was your dad's name?
well, my dad's name was Pinckney, a very Irish name, Pinkney, Pinckney LaVarie Murphey. And I come from a long line of stubborn Irishmen from Texas.
Well,
my dad's last words were, "I love you, Lois." That's my mother's name. But his second to last words were, "Son, I don't care where you go or where you live. You got to always root for the Mavericks and the Cowboys, okay?"
Well, at least your dad had his priorities
That's
straight.
right. And then he died. So he's his last words. So.
Well, you shouldn't have rooted for the Cowboys then. I mean, it's now the. You notice how quickly they turn against you. We're going to end the half hour with another song from your new album. Then we get into the second half. We're going to talk about your guitar, your instrument, the way you're playing and stuff. Okay. Plus, we got a couple of guests to introduce as well. So, from his CD, Red River Drifter, this is a great tune to end the half hour with. It's called Shake It Off. It's Michael Martin Murphey on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
When the monkey's on your back, don't you cut him any slack. Buddy, won't you shake it off? When the devil's at the door, don't take it anymore. Buddy, won't you shake it off? Whoa, shake it off, shake it off. Buddy, won't you shake it off? Hey there, brother, hey there, sister. Buddy, won't you shake it off? When the halo's rusty and the Bible's getting dusty, buddy, won't you shake it off? When the devil's at the door, don't take it anymore. Buddy, won't you shake it off? You better shake it off, shake it off. Buddy, won't you shake it off? You better turn that frown upside down. Buddy, won't you shake it off? This is my message to America. When no food on the table and cutting off the cable, buddy, won't you shake it off? When the landlord's calling and the kids are squalling, buddy, won't you shake it off? You better shake it off, shake it off. Buddy, won't you shake it off? When you're falling off the wagon and your spirits are dragging, buddy, won't you shake it off? Oh, yeah. When you're looking for some credit and you know you can't get it, buddy, won't you shake it off? When the money's all gone and you're overdrawn, buddy, won't you shake it off? Don't like the politician, turn off the television, buddy, won't you shake it off? Turn that frown upside down, buddy, won't you shake it off? Everybody, shake it off, buddy, won't you shake it off? Hey there, brother, hey there, sister, buddy, won't you shake it off? I said shake it off, buddy, won't you shake it off? You better turn that frown upside down, buddy, won't you shake it off? Oh, shake it off, buddy, won't you shake it off? Hey there, brother, hey there, sister, buddy, won't you shake it off?
We are celebrating music from the Ozarks with a true American hero, Michael Martin Murphey, songs from his new album, Red River Drifter. We're going to talk about Michael's guitar, his songwriting style in the second half hour, and we've got some very special guests from around the Ozark to introduce as well, so stay where you are. We will be back right after this.
Hi, this is Steve Martin, and you're listening to folk singer Michael Johnathon and the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
There's comedian Steve Martin and movie star and bluegrass banjo picker. It's so nice to have everybody here. We're broadcasting from the beautiful auditorium in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, with a huge, wonderful, grand hometown audience in Eureka Springs. You guys have done very, very good. We're broadcasting worldwide from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon, in northern Canada, wonderful radio stations like WUMB in Boston, High Plains Public Radio, and we have a brand new affiliate to say hello to, WCOM FM in Carrboro, North Carolina. So let's say hi to a new station that's going to hear this show. And we have some friends and stuff that have been very instrumental in bringing WoodSongs to your hometown. Please welcome to stage Charles Ragsdale from Eureka Springs. How you doing, Charles? Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you very much for having us here.
Well, you wanted to say a couple words and sort of represent the hometown a little bit.
Yes, it is my honor to present you this little presentation, a proclamation declaring today WoodSongs Old Time Radio Day here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas.
Very honored. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. It's a pleasure hosting you and all your artists.
Well, I tell you that the town has been wonderful. The crew has had a spectacular time here, and there's so many great cafes, and the downtown is adorable. There's not a single red light anywhere. There's just a wonderful ambient to the whole town.
We don't even have any true right-angle intersections in our town, even.
There's a lot to see for that reason, isn't there?
Well, we have 7 Ripleys, believe it or not, here in our own little town of 2,000 people.
Well, I believe you. I believe you.
Or not.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming on the stage, and I thought it would be only appropriate for Charles Ragsdale to do the world-famous WoodSongs ID. Are you ready?
I am. Hi, I'm Charles Ragsdale from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and I got my G-string plucked on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Charles, thank you, Charles.
Okay.
Enjoy that. We have a wonderful artist that we're enjoying for the entire hour on our stage. He's got a brand new album, and we're going to dip into that album. He's going to do a tune called The Chisholm Trail, and he's got 2 guests with him that we're going to talk to here shortly. But it's Michael Martin Murphey on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Well, now, come along, boys, listen to me tell you my troubles on the old Chisholm Trail. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. On a $10 horse and a $40 saddle, going down to Texas bunching longhorn cattle. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. I started up the trail October 33rd, started up the trail with a 2 you heard. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. We ate beans and bacon every day. Soon we was eating that prairie hay. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. I woke up one morning on the Chisholm Trail, a rope in my hand and a cow by the tail. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee. Banjo. Last night on guard, the leader broke the ranks, hit my horse down the stirrup and spurred him in the flanks. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. Well, the wind began to blow and the rain began to fall, and it looked, by God, like it's gonna lose them all. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. No shafts, no slicker, and it's pouring down rain. Swear by God I'll never night hurt again. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. Well, my horse stood me off on a creek called Mud. My horse stood me off and I landed with a thud. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. Well, last time I saw him, he's running across the level and kicking up his heels and running like the devil. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay. Cute little girl plays fiddle now. All right, another cute little girl plays banjo again. Well, we finally got them gathered and put in the cars, and that was the end of the 2U bars. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. So I went to the boss to draw my roll. Boss had me figured $9 in the hole. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. So me and that boss man had a little spat, slapped him in the face with a 10-gallon hat. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. And the boss man said, Murph, I'll fire you, not only you, but the whole dang crew. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. We said, we don't care, man. We're going to sell our horses. We're going to sell our saddles. And you can go to... Must not be as many Baptists around here as I thought. Must be a lot of Episcopalians around here. See, I went to both churches. I went to Episcopalian, and then one time the priest at the Episcopal church said, I know you were raised a Baptist. What is the difference between Episcopalians and Baptists anyway? I said, well, I think it's that you folks believe there ain't no hell, and Baptists say the hell there ain't. You can go to hell, but longhorn cattle come a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, come a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. Well, I had to quit my job 2 days or 3. I went down to Texas, my gals to see. Tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, come a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. My gal came out and said, oh, boys, you better quit that cowboy life if you ever want to have a pretty little wife. Come a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay, tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. Well, when my woman told me that, let me tell you what I told my woman. I said to my woman, I said, woman, okay, baby. I'm going to sell my horse. I hate to do that. I'm going to buy me a plow. Nothing sadder than a cowboy on a tractor. Or a farmer on a horse, for that matter. I'm going to have to move to Iowa now, I guess. Get rid of my Stetson hat. And I'll have to get one of those baseball caps that has the extreme curve on the bill. You know why they wear those, don't you, Michael? So they can get that curve on the bill, so they can get their heads in the mailbox to find their government check. That's it. Well, now that's my story of the old Cinder Trail. Come a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yay. Come a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yi-yippee-yay. Come a tie. Come on, girls.
Chisholm Trail. Michael Martin Murphey with Clancy Ferguson and Allison Williams from the Ozarks. Didn't they do a good job?
Hey, I've already got a name for our band.
Tell me.
It's going to be called Two Roses and a Thorn.
Well, that's why I want the audience to know that you guys met each other 30 minutes before the shows started this evening, and you guys played together seamlessly. It's a lot of fun.
Well, now listen, don't make it sound so accidental. You set that up, and I'm really, really grateful to you. I think these ladies are super talented.
They are. Now, Michael, we're going to introduce some friends here from Arkansas in a minute, but music was in your family as a kid. It's in your family now. Your son works with you, produces albums, goes on the road with you. So families playing music together is an important thing.
You know, and they're cutting music out of the school programs. I don't know. We're doing a big benefit on November 9th in Salt Lake City at the Mormon Conference Center. I'm not a Mormon, but the Mormons have thrown open their 21,000-seat conference center to our organization called Ozark, and we're raising money. We hope millions of dollars before an audience broadcast of 1 billion people to try to put music back in the public schools again.
Where it belongs. Good message for every hometown in America. So speaking of music and the families, we've invited a family from Searcy, Arkansas to come here and to perform on our stage. And let's say hi to Sally Ann, the youngest there. Sally, how you doing?
Good.
Now, you're 9.5 years old, and how long have you been singing with your family like this? How long have you been doing it?
About since I was 4.
Since you were about 4 years old.
I was 4.
Do you like being on stage? Is this a fun thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
And how long does it take you to remember words to a song? Like you guys are going to sing a song here in a couple minutes that's got a lot of words in it.
Well, that one took quite a while to memorize, but
So what's the secret? Do you write it on your shirt sleeves, the words, or how do you do it?
Well,
Magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. Let's say hi to the mom, Cindy. You're doing such a good job with these girls of yours.
Thank
We were talking to Michael Martin Murphey earlier, and the other show that we taped here in Eureka Springs, we had a lot of family music going on. I mean, what's that like? What's your home like with your daughters and playing music and stuff? I mean, that's a heavy schedule. That's a lot of learning going on that has nothing to do with school books.
A lot of tears sometimes, and sometimes they cry too. So. No, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Singing with my girls and with my boys has been the joy of my life. We have a really good time.
Well, you're doing a fine job. We're going to get into this song that has taken your daughters a long time to memorize, right? And it's a song that folks have heard before, but you put a little twist on the end.
Yes, we rewrote the last verse to honor our great state of Arkansas.
All right, let's check it out. It's a song called I've Been Everywhere. It's the Clark Family Trio on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
I was traveling down the dusty Winnemucca Road when along came a semi with a high-end canvas-covered load. He said, if you're going to Winnemucca Mac, with me you can ride. So I hopped into the cab and then I settled down inside. He said, have you ever seen a road with so much dust and sand? And I said, listen, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Windsor, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Lopalma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tocqueville, Vancouver, Embradilla, Amaquila. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Oskaloosa, Tennessee to Hennessy, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil's Lake, Crater Lake, for Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Omaha, Shefferville, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Diamantina, Pasadena, Catalina, see what I mean. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Blue Eyeball, Navivi, Delaware, Bean Branch, Shosuck, 56, Conway, Batesville, Fayetteville, Russellville, Judsonia, Bentonville, Rosebud, Waldo, Magnolia, Old Chalk, Possum, Gray, Paris, and Plainview, Thursday, Little Rock, Eureka Springs! I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man, and I breathe the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Clark Family Trio with a little bit of Johnny Cash from Bill Nesbitt there at the end there. So good job. Wasn't that fun to hear that? All that stuff. So, Michael, you were just talking about your efforts to keep music in the schools, and you're right. As the economy changed and stuff, a lot of folks took that as a cue to perhaps eliminate music and arts from the schools. But now here's a family of these young kids that shows how important music is to the development of talent and skill and togetherness and community and everything.
You just can't get an education if you don't hear some music.
You know, and
don't understand it.
What a lot of folks don't understand that music is history. It is it's language and English. It's a lot of math. It's quarter notes and eighth notes and 16th notes and getting all that timing
In fact,
down.
that song they just sang was the itinerary of my last tour. Yeah. So you learn a lot.
Well, what would it take you to memorize all those towns in a song lyric?
I don't know, but you know we have ranches in 4 different places because we move horses and cattle from different places. We have one in Wisconsin, and there's a lot of Amish people there, and I actually heard the Amish version of "I've Been Everywhere." There's some guys that the Amish guys do play, just don't play electric instruments, but. And it was, I think it was, I've been to Indiana, 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 Wisconsin, 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 Wisconsin.
Dude, I so don't know where to go after that. Tell you where we are going to go. It's a brand new album. It's called Red River Drifter. This is a song out of this album. He's got his banjo in his hand. He's got 2 friends, Clancy Ferguson and Allison Williams, going to play with him. It's called Mountain Storm. Michael Martin Murphey.
Now, I want to tell you, I play this style of banjo that Allison plays, but she's the bomb, okay? So I'm going to be backing off a little bit here and there when she really starts her thing. I wrote this about what happened in Colorado about 3 hours north of my ranch this year when it rained so hard that it made a lake that was as big as the size of Connecticut, and some people were stranded. But you know, we just got to deal with what God sends us. Up where the mountains near touch the sky and the clouds go sailing by, you take the darkness, you take the light, follow the trail beyond your sight. Love is unforeseen and strange. It's only constant in its change. Hear the thunder, hear the still, feel the heat, then feel the chill. Won't you wait a little while before you cry, before you smile? Love will grow cold, it will grow warm. True love is like a mountain storm. Moaning wind plays out a tune to a ragged sky and a waning moon. Next thing you know, the sun will shine, send a double rainbow through the pines. Won't you wait a little while before you cry, before you smile? Love will grow cold, it will grow warm. True love is like a mountain storm.
Wasn't it great to have Michael Martin Murphey on our show here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas? Clancy Ferguson, Allison Williams, the Clark family trio backing him up. And it was a special honor to have Banjo Billy Mathews open the show tonight. Good fiddle player from the Ozarks. Music is such an amazing, precious thing. And you know, Michael was talking during the show the importance of music in families, especially music in school. And there was a fella in the 1920s, his name was Frank Littig. He made a very interesting statement about the importance of playing an instrument, about this whole front porch feel of a simple instrument and the power that it has, the good that it has. He said, you know, a few chords strummed on a good instrument does more good in this world than all the combined efforts of every politician that ever lived. That's a powerful statement. And it's good music, and it's Ozark music, and it's hometown music, and it's simple front porch mentality that's going to save society everywhere. My name is Michael Johnathon. I'm a folk singer. I'm a log cabin dweller, and we'll see you next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Good night.
Thank you for tuning in. There are so many talented artists that appear on our stage. It's very hard sometimes to pick the ones that appear on our TV broadcast. So what we're going to do is leave you with a performance from our huge online archive of past shows. We'll see you next time on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord, and he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. My Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so fair? You may live in this garden if you'll keep the grasses green. Now return in the cool of the
the garden of my Lord, and he walks in his garden.
Closed captioning provided by the Deering Banjo Company. The television broadcast of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour is presented in part by the Martin Guitar Company, making handcrafted guitars since 1833. Online at martinguitar.com. The Lexington Convention and Visitors Bureau, providing information to visit Lexington, Kentucky online at visitlex.com. By Folkbook, a social media site for arts and music, online at folk-book.com. And by Time Warner Cable, providing cable, telephone, and internet service.